folks. Welcome to What a Time to Be Alive, the only podcast that counts down all the things each week that make you say the thing that's the title of the podcast. I'm Kath Barbadoro. My co-hosts are not here this week, and technically neither am I. We decided to take this week off because it was Thanksgiving. We all were with family and stuff. But we did want to release a special holiday gift to you for our episode this week. This is a bonus episode from our Patreon feed that we recorded a couple months ago that people seem to really like. We take a deep dive into the Cybertruck Owners Forum. It's a very good time. I hope you enjoy it. If you like this episode, we also do weekly bonus episodes just like this one on our Patreon. Patreon.com/whatatimepod. Go there, you get a whole extra episode every week. You also get ad-free versions of the main episodes of our show. So if you're tired of listening to these Spotify ads, Patreon.com/whatatimepod. Go on your browser so you don't have to pay Apple App Store extra fees. $5 a month gets you all that stuff. $10 a month gets you access to our private Discord channels where you can submit stories that might appear on the podcast. So check it out. I hope you enjoy. Happy late Thanksgiving, everybody.
If you're in here because you heard we were going to talk about Cybertrucks, oh boy, it turns out we will. We were like, well, we'll see what's on the forums, and my God, this is one of the best websites I've been on in a while.
This is definitely like, it's, I was poison level stuff. It's
$1 per pound.
Primo stuff.
New homepage, straight into the bookmarks. My God, the only thing I've ever wanted to turn notifications on. I'm like, if there's a daily digest I could sign up for this forum, just like top threads.
Checking the trending topics every day is definitely going to be part of my ritual. This is so, like, when I'm buying, I don't know, like a box fan or like an air fryer or something, and there's like 2 bad reviews, I like don't buy it.
Yeah.
And this website for something that is, how much are they? Like 6 figures, right? They're like $100,000 or something.
$100,000 for the first, because they have to get them like. I think they all come fully kitted out, and they pay like a premium right now. But they're not all. They're going to start at like 70 or something. But the one.
Oh, okay.
That's still so. God damn it.
I'm not expressing any. I'm just saying that it's their $100,000 because they're like all the bells and whistles.
Right. They put everything.
Not
everything
of course.
In them.
Not of course like a door that won't cut you or a trunk that won't break your finger.
By all the bells and whistles, you mean like more things that can potentially break.
Correct.
I think I didn't realize what it was competing. Like, I don't buy, I've never bought a car. I don't never owned a car. But it's like, but $70,000 to $100,000 is like a really like kitted out truck, right? Like you can get you get a brand new not like luxury car, but like pretty high end car, right? Yeah.
I feel like this is like a very tricked out high end like giant pickup or like SUV price.
So just at a base level, they're also like competing with a different market than I assumed. I thought it was like, well, I could get a pickup or I could get a Cybertruck, but no, it's like you're paying a high premium for this shit. Ooh, boy.
Yeah, man. And I did find it's not funny enough for us to talk about, but I did find some threads about financing them and like the deals that these people are getting to finance $100,000 truck, and it's just like, okay, good luck with your 9% 5-year loan back on $100,000. Great. Good job.
Oh, God. Buying it on Klarna. It's fine.
Yeah.
I Klarna'd my Cybertruck.
My Affirm payments.
In debtor's prison by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I mean.
So if you didn't hear, the forum we're talking about is called cybertruckownersclub.com. It's a forum. It has many different sort of sub forums, featured threads. There's a trending topics thing. It's just, and everything is a nightmare. Everything is exactly what you think it would be. It's pretty incredible.
I assume between this and X, for obvious reasons, this is where all the like sort of complaints go, you know? And that's where all these like sites like farm things out, basically. Like they get their aggregator news, you know.
Yes.
It also feels like something that maybe like concurrent users isn't a great thing to have on a forum like this, because it probably means people are having, and so it's like there's currently online 4,300 people like just browsing.
I don't know. A lot of these threads seem like they're all jacking each other off about how mine's coming in 2 months. You know what I mean? Like I can't wait, bro.
I think there are also people who post who just want one and don't have one. Like imagine being like a clout poster on this forum. Like you're like a big name.
You can tell. I already recognize people from looking at a few threads. They're like very quick responses, and it's like authoritative.
Yeah. There's also, I think I saw that they're like, it's very clout poster because I think your profile or people like put in their like fucking SIG, like when their reservation was made, when they received their truck. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, man. Okay.
There's all kinds of little worlds.
Who wants to go first?
I can do one. I'll put it in with. It's got a video element to it. Okay, so this is less about. We'll kind of ease into it. Low speed accident damage is the name of the thread. And this is I let my better half drive the Cybertruck for the first time. I explicitly told her not to crash my baby. Less than 1 hour later, I got a call that she crashed into another car.
I bet the comments on this are going to be very,
well, with all due respect, when you look at the video, I don't understand how this lady hit this car.
It looks like it's that Bob's Burgers scene where like Tina backs across the entire parking lot.
But it's like
I'm watching just slowly driving directly toward a car
and then cutting it like the last second for some reason.
Cutting it the wrong way at the last second. Cutting it to go across the longer side of the car.
And this car just its whole driver's side door is just crumpled because of this extremely low speed accident.
And they said, I feel horrible for the other person. We left a note. The other party reached out and we're working. Man, if you find out that the person who wrecked your car in a parking lot is a Cybertruck owner, you are going to man, I'm hiring a lawyer. We're going in.
We're going all the way for this.
Make these people pay for this.
Maybe that's why they made it like fatal to get even clipped by one, because otherwise people would just be like throwing themselves in front of it like it's Russia. Like you have to have a dash cam because so many people will be trying to milk you for money.
A lot of these comments are people saying, like most cars now have like a thing that beeps when you're close to another car. They don't have that apparently in the Cybertruck. And other people, let's see here. Okay, where is it? It's to reduce the impact. Yeah. So there's an option you can have called obstacle aware acceleration.
This is DLC. This is you got to pay for this.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a driver. You have to plug in, ironically, a driver. I'm assuming based on that name, it means it identifies an obstacle and accelerates into it. Correct?
Here it is. It would be great if there were sensors and a beeping noise when getting close to a collision. I need to retrain my brain without that functionality that is pretty standard on most trucks, which makes parking a breeze. So, again, I have to change myself because they didn't include this basic feature that, every other truck has, basically.
Right.
I don't deserve my Cybertruck.
Which, again, there's no reason to not have. Other than, I guess, it's not clean enough for the idiot in charge of the company, or something. Right. I don't like the beeps or something. Who knows? Make it a fart sound or something. That is wild
that it doesn't have that.
Right.
I would assume it had all of that, but then it just didn't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You'd assume that
you have to pay extra. You have to turn this on, this feature.
I mean, here is. I'll go through a few more comments here. These are all from today. This is from again, this was posted yesterday at 6:00. So these are not. This is not some long running.
We didn't dig. We did not dig.
Our 2013 Acura will hit the brakes if we're about to back into something. The future. So that's somebody who might be a troll. Hard to say. He does claim to have a Cybertruck, though, in his little vehicles section of his forum. Yep, my Fords have that. They even slam on the brakes by themselves if you get close enough. Has anyone used any aftermarket parking sensors we could use until we get something from Tesla? When are you going to get something from Tesla? When do you think when's it coming? Are the sensors
These people
there?
Are like a messianic cult, but instead of the Messiah returning, it's just them having an operable vehicle.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're just one day.
The idea that
wait.
I'm sure they'll do a software update. It's is there hardware for the software to get the data from? You know what I mean? I don't it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't have that sensor.
So anyway, so that's a good one because that's a nice like impact of this car on the rest of the world, and how these people don't seem to see any of this as a problem, a big enough problem to not, to think that it's bad, basically.
Yeah.
So that's one.
It's so weird. This isn't the side, but this guy also has a comment on this that says, "Ouch! I still follow a simple but effective parking rule that my dad taught me many years ago. Do not place your vehicle in reverse unless no other alternative exists." I was like, "What kind of tip is that?" Yeah, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Okay, man.
Yeah, like parallel parking. It requires you to go in reverse.
Yeah, I don't know. That might be someone who like learned to drive in a different country with like different rules and stuff. Like
different universe.
Well, I just know when I was in India, like the way that they approach driving is really different, where it's basically like you're in charge of everything in front of you and nothing in back of you. So like you don't reverse very much.
Yeah.
And it's why when you see like video of like a busy street in India or something that's everyone's honking, it's because like people don't really look behind them that much. Like you have to like sort of tell people you're behind them.
Not my problem. Not my vision cone. Not my problem.
Yeah. Yep. Anyway.
So we've all picked out, I'm sure we're going to have overlap. So this is one that's, I just like like I said, some of them are like serious problems. Other ones are just like very funny because even simple problems are always like just go wrong in the funniest way. And I just love the title of this thread. This is from Tumbleweed, posted, April 19th. So the thread title is "Help?" ? Front passenger door doesn't unlock. And so it says the passenger door doesn't unlock when I press the unlock vehicle on the screen. I thought it was just user error. So these were like probably my fault, of course.
Well, it's my fault. It's my fault.
Yeah. But the rear doors unlock fine. I have to reach across to open the door. Is anyone else experiencing anything like this? Is there a setting I need to change or check? Which is so funny. It's like, what setting, like child lock for the front passenger door? Like what setting would there be that your front passenger door doesn't unlock? To which someone replied, "Oh, this may help," and then just posted a link to the PDF of the Cybertruck's owner manual,
that's helpful.
Yeah, and they screenshotted it and posted it here. And there's this whole section going, there's something called the driver door unlock mode, which is like, whoa.
Everything is a mode. Everything on this car is a fucking, I have to enter no accident mode in order to drive my car.
Will not be cooked alive in this car in an accident mode.
Right.
And
you have to turn that on every time you start the car. It's on by default, or it's off by default.
It's also funny that this is actually, because the only reason you'd be like, oh, maybe child lock is on, this is effectively a reverse child lock. It means that the children can get out of the back, but the parents cannot get out of the front to help them.
That's what you want.
Yes.
So then they post the owner's manual, also screenshot to the Tesla owner's manual, which has like this like incredibly dense, complicated explanation of how adjusting which doors lock and unlock. Like, they have something called interior, like there shouldn't be a section called like interior locking and unlocking that is longer than like press the button to lock or unlock your doors. Right.
What else should you need to do?
Yeah.
You need to download our app and scan the QR code to unlock your car doors.
Yeah, exactly. Did this solve, and then someone posted that said, "Did this solve your problem?" He said, "Sadly, no. I think it's broken." I feel like a lot of these threads end with, "Sadly, no, I think it's broken." So, yeah. We just go counter. Well, Patty went first. We just go clockwise in the Zoom that people can't see.
Yeah. Okay. I got a multi-part one here. So first, there's one from last week that it just says, "Check your back panels. My nuts were missing." So this is a post from G Money Pepe. His avatar is a Pepe with laser eyes in a hoodie and a beanie, smoking a cigarette. So it says they flew off the truck, probably somewhere on the 55 freeway. So you check, and it's like the roof of the car. They're like bolts with no nuts on them, supposedly because they flew off and
they spun off.
Yeah. And So even worse than this, people were like, oh my God, is that like what's holding the roof on? Like these nuts flew off, they're holding the roof on. No, it turns out the nuts and the bolts were actually for mounting crossbars on the top, and the roof is actually only held on by double-sided tape and some clips. So the nuts they were flying off, presumably to hit other drivers, but the roof of the car, it's called the sail applique. I think it's sort of like a sliding, like,
yeah.
It's hard for me to tell what it is, but it's the roof of the car. So the day after G Money Pepe posts this, another guy named Fabville says, after seeing the post by G Money Pepe about the back panel nuts missing, I checked mine when I got home. As was mentioned in the thread, the sail appliques are only secured by clips. The threaded studs are there to mount crossbars. So he like goes to check it, and then the applique that's supposed to be secure, he just lifts it up with his hand, and there's a video of it. And it's because it's held down with double-sided tape. And so everyone's just like, yeah, the double-sided tape doesn't hold very well. Yours is missing the clips, so you got to take it back to the service center so that your roof doesn't also fly off.
Yeah.
So just
cool.
like one problem, realizing another problem, realizing how shittily this car is made that they taped the roof on.
Time to go wait a month for service. Don't drive it for a while. Hopefully you
Right.
don't have. Okay, let's see.
So yeah, good stuff. Thank you, G Money Pepe, for bringing that to our attention.
Yeah. This is a bonus one that's quick here. Just the subject line. It's not that funny otherwise.
Well, we're keeping rolling, right? I got more of these queued up.
No, I know. No, of course. No, I just mean this doesn't count as mine. I'm just saying it quickly. Fit 3 child car seats in the Cybertruck. Installed photo. So that's already bad news. I'm assuming you have to activate child not dying mode or something.
Yes.
And that's a problem.
Disable the Fontanelle hammers that are installed in the back seat.
Yep. Okay. This one is, let's see here. Okay. Suspension issue. Oh, this is from yesterday or Wednesday at 10 o'clock.
They're coming so fast too. Like constant flow.
I picked up my Cybertruck.
Like I can't overstate, like, this forum is so active. Like, we are just reading the ones from like the last like week. Like,
these
there
are all
are
from
so
like the last
many.
week. Yeah.
Infinite. Okay, anyway, sorry.
All right. So I picked up my Cybertruck on April 27th. So this
Need
is like
push notifications for this site.
Yeah.
I really do.
This is for so it's a little over 2 weeks. Let's see. So I'm coming from blah, 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 whatever. I never had a truck. Frankly, never even contemplated it until Cybertruck. I do love it. Unfortunately, here we go. This past Saturday, I was parked in a parking lot and put the vehicle in off-road extract mode to lift the suspension. This seems like something you need on a truck.
Extract mode.
So it's like a sports car, but a truck.
Yeah.
And so still while parked. So they did the thing where you lift the suspension, some feature. This is a week after having it. After a few minutes, I heard a pop and the suspension lowered with error message, air suspension unable to raise. Functionality may be restored on next drive. So it's like, I guess it's like one of those office chairs where you kind of go like, go up and down.
Yeah,
and
he
that
accidentally
broke.
hit the lever and it...
Drove it 8 miles to the nearest Tesla showroom. And here's my favorite. It definitely was a rough, bumpy drive, and it gave me such appreciation for the comfort of the Cybertruck when the suspension doesn't have an issue. So it really made me appreciate how great it was for the week before it broke.
Right.
Awesome,
For these
man.
7 days, I had my $100,000 car.
Yep.
Really appreciated it.
To my disappointment, Tesla service currently says it will take just over a month to get the parts to fix the issue. After a 2-week delivery day, due to the pedal containment hold, which was the thing where they had to actually screw the pedal on so it didn't like fall off or something. Wasn't that a thing that happened for people?
Yep. The gas
Having the
pedal
truck
fell
for
off.
all of 1 week and now having it in service for over a month, it has definitely been an extremely bumpy ride. Hopefully this is an isolated issue and there isn't anything systemic. Brother, I have some news for you about whether there's anything systemic. Let me just see if there's anything else in the thread that says similar. Okay. This is not related to this. After having the blinking camera on-off issue with mine since day one, see my other post. Lately, it appears the CT cannot stay connected to internet, cellular, Wi-Fi. Sometimes my app cannot locate the vehicle for several minutes. Also, I go to get in, especially in the morning, and the CT won't, quote, start, just a black screen. The app key won't do it. The card key won't do it. Finally, after 15, 20 minutes, the truck shows up on the app and comes to life. So, very cool, brother. And then it says here, blah, blah, blah. Service Center has been responsive and now has a virtual diagnostics tech trying to help me remotely. So he's got like he's chatting with someone in the app or something to fix his car.
They put a little Knight Rider guy in there.
Doesn't start for 20 minutes. When I politely questioned that date, the next service date is May 28th. And asked something this week, response was, due to recent layoffs within the company, we are down on technicians. This is why we're booked out that far. We will not be able to squeeze you in, nor will I have a loaner if that needs to be the case. So no car if we need to give your car.
Fuck off.
I love my Model S, love Tesla, I love what they have done, and the amazing truck they have built. Okay. Wondering how far the loyalty and admiration are going to carry me on this journey. The service support stories are starting to scare me. Buddy, you are... Okay. These people are like so far gone.
That is an earned fear.
Again, if I'm making a purchase over $30 and it has like one person says one mildly negative thing about it, I'm like, I'm looking elsewhere. I cannot imagine taking a risk on one of these things. It's fucking crazy.
Okay, further down the same thread, and we don't have to keep doing this, but this is a pretty rich vein here. This is a guy with taking a picture of his screen. Just got my car out of service for camera issues, and now this. Gotta be freaking kidding me. And it says, air suspension unable to raise. This is that guy who is a different guy, but having that same problem. Mm-hmm. And he's got a bullet point list here. Camera issues, tonneau cover issues, tonneau trim bulging out. This is that thing in the back. Mm-hmm. Rattles and trim bulging out around windows. Failed suspension. What's next? It's like, you guys are all basically Lewis and Clark. You're pioneers. You're very brave. Doing beta testing, paying $100,000 to beta test a car that you could die in a crash because of it. Very cool.
Man.
Eli, you got one?
Oh, I've got I'm trying to choose.
So many. Yeah.
There's one that I won't go on it, but there's just there's so many threads on this topic, which is basically like, what's y'all's response to how much did that cost? Which is just like, how do you tell people what this costs without looking like an idiot? And then there's just so many fun responses where people like trying to get around it. One from Cybertruck 2024, which is like, when this truck is 72.5K and gains the driving assist features it's missing, which is like, they're like, it's an investment. Once it becomes the truck they told us it's going to be a deal. But
absolutely.
I'll do. Also, I'm wondering if you guys are seeing. I'm also. We were talking about you start to recognize power users. CyberGus is one that is coming up quite a lot. CyberGus, very, very active on the Cybertruck message boards. Over 6,000 messages.
Wow.
But here's another one that I think I've chosen a lot of ones that are just like simple and funny to me. And this is the thread title is "Turned wipers on with spray with driver's door open and cleaning fluid stained the white trim on door." And then and then the content of the body of the post is "pretty dumb." To which
that's kind of user error, but it's also really funny.
Yeah, but it shouldn't. Yeah. And then
the windshield wiper fluid should not go over into the cabin of the car. That is for sure.
Yeah, or just like, and then immediate response by CyberGus is right here. And he goes, "Quality first post." Just like,
wow,
damn.
Yeah, he's already big timing people. He's a power user.
He got the nod. He got the nod from Gus.
Yeah.
Quality first post with a facepalm emoji. And then J123, who is the original poster, says, "Thank you. I have not been able to remove the blue stains. If anyone has any ideas, please let me know." And he says it only took 3 drops to stain the door.
Nice.
It's...
Door has also fallen off, but unrelated.
Yeah.
And then I had a similar dumb moment. Everyone here's like, I had a dumb moment. It's like, no, you were human.
Your dumb moment was that you bought this car.
That's the ultimate dumb moment.
Yeah. And then so this is like, it's something about the washer fluid is a problem. It seems like that they use. So this guy has
acid.
Yeah, I had a similar dumb moment a couple days ago. This isn't a Cybertruck. This is a Model X. So this fluid is apparently. I walked up to my Model X and hit the unlock to show off my headlights to a friend, and I guess it was already unlocked, so my passenger door popped open. The wind caught it, and it hit my wife's car. Yeah.
Nice.
And then Cybergus is back. He's being a little nicer. There's no doubt that the factory-installed washer fluid is unsavory. I dumped mine at the first opportunity.
Unsavory.
So again, more work that you have to do.
He didn't like how it tasted.
Yeah. A little
unsavory.
Yeah, not delicious. Yeah. But so there's another one.
Okay, I got a short one that just made me laugh. So this is from DJ Otto. He only has a couple posts. This is from Friday. Rear turning lockup error after going over 38 miles per hour. Quote, rear axle steering disabled. And it says, happened the first day I owned it and was able to get it into the service center 2 weeks later. Sounds like they're still looking for a solution. Anyone else have this happen? And then he included a screenshot, and it's
his car crashing into a wall.
It's of the like display, and it's like the little. I'll send you the picture. First of all, I don't know. It's really funny to me that he's listening to Selena Gomez also in this picture. Like,
some of the dash like screenshots are very funny. You'll get like the who the bands are that are playing.
Yeah, so he's listening to It Ain't Me with Selena Gomez, and it says rear axle steering disabled, turning radius. Like it has the whole error on it. But the thing I really like about this post is it has no replies and one react that's just the surprise emoji. That is really killing me. A user named Chrissa just sent the open-mouthed, wide-eyed emoji to him.
I believe Chris is another big
Chrissa, another big user.
A lot of authoritative kind of short responses from so I've
mods,
seen
yeah.
Let's see here.
Yeah, you can go.
No, go ahead. You said you had another one. Go.
I mean, I have a bunch, so just go ahead.
Okay. All right. This is Friday. Front camera not working. Not ideal. I've been like this for like 50 miles, multiple resets, and nothing. Again, I assume the front camera is there for you to look at instead of looking at the windshield. It's more efficient this way.
It's more efficient, yeah. Well, isn't the car built so that you like can only see about 20% of your acceptable field of vision through the windshield?
Yeah, I believe so. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I had this for like an hour, but it worked after. But other issues. Blind spot monitor light doesn't show up. Auto lane change light cancel doesn't work. Tried to recalibrate AP cameras, but doesn't move. So that's you just get a lot of these. You just get these little bonuses, where I had that, but it's fixed. But here's 6 other things that are wrong with my car. So
I'm just going to search the forums for the word mode and see what comes up.
Yeah. Here's one that's This is from Cybergus. This is one where you don't even need to open the thread to just know this is not great. The title of the thread is just recalls - pedal and steering module.
Those are sort of ancillary systems. They're not as important.
Yeah, you want those to work. Then I have let's see this one's just funny to me because it's just like this is the sort of thing that would just drive you insane. Steering wheel loud click when turning lightly to the left. Today, my Cybertruck developed a loud click when turning the steering wheel lightly to the left. Has anyone else experienced this? And then it's just 2 people, one saying, I just noticed this, and another person saying, when you get it figured out, please share. So this is like, you're a loud click every time you turn even lightly to the left. I would go absolutely insane.
I would be taking 3 rights to get to where I needed to go. Instead of taking a left.
And then here's one. This is the actual bigger one. Is I clicked on it because of the title, which is my Cybertruck got ghosts. Fun title.
I have another one that a different one that's about it being haunted. So I'm curious to see if they're haunted the same way.
It might be. It seems to be, once again, you're not going to believe this, an issue with multiple Cybertrucks. It says, this is after it got service last Friday. At the screen, people are appearing, one on the driver's side, one on the passenger side, then someone on a bicycle. Just this morning, a shadow of a huge truck was in front of me, supposedly. As I moved from the parking lot, several cars also appear to be going out of the parking slots, some about to be hit if I proceed. So it's like a fun way to say that the Tesla is just creating and hallucinating cars all around it at all times, which I guess is why they can't, like, you know, and it's like, oh, cool, yeah, I'll use the auto driving feature that thinks I'm about to rear end an 18-wheeler, like, all the time. That's probably why they can't, like, have it
guess
break.
it's better than not seeing cars, but it's bad in its own.
Yeah.
It's bad in its own way, though. You know.
Yeah. So this is.
I keep seeing people in my Cybertruck camera, and they keep asking me to return the slab.
Yeah,
what's going on with
Ramses
that?
is on the highway. And then we got it. This is like just such a classic, like, forum dickhead. Cybergus is back here, dude. Like, Cybergus is like everywhere.
Get a life, Cybergus. Jesus.
And he has a list. Yeah, he has a list of his vehicles, and before he drove a Cybertruck, he drove a DeLorean. So it's just like, oh, okay, guy.
All right, I get it. You love cars that don't work.
Yeah,
that's what you love.
And then he says, like, the delivery of this, the way he says it is like, A, it's a solution, and B, that person's being unreasonable. He just responds and goes, my FSD visualizer hallucinates regularly. It's like, yeah, that's bad, man. Your shit is broken. Your shit doesn't work. Why are you telling this person, like, get over it, bud? That's the price we pay. Oh, I forgot. Oh, okay, I have one more that I'll hold for the last one.
We're heroes.
Yeah.
This is a good one. This is from user Pops. Black screen in hot cabin. So now that we are out of winter and things are heating up, I'm seeing a recurring issue. When I return to my vehicle, the screen is black and it will not wake up until I reboot it. This is the conditions to reproduce this problem. Sentry mode on, parked in direct sunlight, cabin temp over 115 degrees Fahrenheit. Apparently it gets that hot, probably because it is basically an oven. It's just
stainless steel. It's like
solid stainless steel box. But apparently it's supposed to have this, like, overheat protection in there, and it's just not working. So he said, update. This occurred 3 times total. This has not happened again since the locking differentials update. I do have a video documenting it. I have noticed the cabin overheat protection isn't always working. So that makes sense.
Wait.
They have a graph of the interior of the temperature of the interior, and for several hours it was at 113 degrees Fahrenheit. Just cooking people. I know, like, all cars get hot, but, like, that's crazy.
Wait, Kath, you're telling me that making a car out of stainless steel, a material literally used in cookware because of its heat retain, like the ability to retain and transfer heat, is making the cars really hot on the inside?
And then melting all of the electronic equipment so that it doesn't work? Yeah, believe it or not.
115 is so hot.
What the?
Yeah, this is another really funny part. He said, so he has to reboot it to get the screen to work, and he said, it's painful to reboot because the scroll wheels are metal and they get really hot. So touching them is painful. So you have to burn yourself to reheat your to restart your hot car.
It's awesome because it's like they thought of everything, but in, like, the wrong way. Like like if you were designing it to be as annoying and hostile as possible.
It is hostile architecture in a way. It's pretty beautiful. Yeah,
it's
so,
like,
very good.
What does it do in the cold? Does it also just, like, become an ice block?
Everything just sticks to it. You put your hand on the door, and it's the moisture from your hand sticks your hand to it, like it's a fucking
It's like a Christmas story.
Yeah,
God, it's so funny that they used fucking stainless steel, and one of the problems is that they rust. That's like the one thing that stainless steel is supposed to be like good for.
Now, I read about this on the forum. The rust is not, it's not the Cybertruck itself rusting. It's iron dust that's rusting, and you can actually clean it off. So I'm not sure, from the shipment or something. I'm not totally. So, so you get some egg on your face there, Eli.
So you can put it through the car wash and it won't void your warranty.
Oh, there's a lot
unclear about that. I can't make any promises about
There's
that.
a lot of threads that are like, how do you guys go through a car wash? Like, luck with car washes? There's apparently some sort of car wash mode, of course, that you have to put it in.
Yeah.
That does, I don't know,
of course.
whatever. Probably puts a complete air seal in the cabin so that you asphyxiate while you're going through the car wash.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Well, it's right next to it's on the scroll wheel away from open all doors and windows mode. And so if you're not careful, the interior will get destroyed.
Yeah.
Also, I'm having some
actually
issues.
Every day, which button does which changes. It's a cool functionality. It's to keep you engaged in the community. You know, you have to check the app every day to see which button means which.
It's a customization app. You can change the hotkeys. You can do your key bindings on the console. Yeah, having a small issue with my Cybertruck. Does anyone else notice that the button for ignition is right next to the uncovered cigarette lighter?
That's always on. It's always lit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would put a cigarette lighter in there just to combat woke.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like you can smoke in this car again and then immediately go up in flames somehow. It just explodes.
It's honestly, it's a testament to how insane this forum is that this is probably the most on topic we've ever remained for an entire bonus episode or episode.
Yep. Undoubtedly.
But to break that trend, I was going to very quickly say that it was so funny and insane that cars had cigarette lighters in them for so long, and they were the thing to play with. I constantly was setting the cigarette lighter off and like waving around like a red hot
plug,
piece of metal.
playing with the little plug.
My parents
It's a
like,
cool, it's like a cool little thing. Like it's like, oh, neat. It like
It's
does
a
something.
doohickey.
Yeah.
It's a doohickey. Yeah, no, you push in and it's great. They're so fun. I this is a very cliche thought, but it really cannot be overstated how bad the past smelled. Just absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
Everything. Restaurants. Like, it is so crazy that of all places, it's like going to get some delicious cuisine in this fucking like a place that smells like a wood paneled basement, and it's like Le Bernardin or something. Like, what the fuck were people doing? It's wild to me. Anyway, okay, there's a section where this is allowed. Surely the other section won't, notice this at all. But there's another section of the restaurant where people are smoking. Yeah, crazy. Anyway.
So where were we in the rotation?
It's me, I think now.
Okay, I got one more, and then I think this is our last.
You can do that. I don't think I have any more.
Oh, okay.
So you can do the.
I'll do a few rapid fire here.
Okay.
All right. So first of all, I double checked Chris's history. She has 17,000 posts. So
my god,
she's like the big dog.
What cars does she have?
2014 Zero S, 2013 Mazda 3. I guess maybe she does not have a Cybertruck.
She's just a fan.
Just posting.
That's even sadder.
But
just a lurker, not a lurker, but
So just if you go through her messages, it's kind of a Rosetta Stone for a lot of this. Let's see here. In the thread that says, why do we say it's okay to have all these issues by many? That's somebody who's like, why is this allowed? Why are we not like, what is wrong with us?
An extremely popular thread. Also, the craziest way you could have phrased that sentence.
That is true. That is true.
It's also I've noticed like people who are coming in here and rightfully being like, what? These are dog shit cars. And then I only see those posts quoted in other posts, but seemingly they're just all deleted or banned, I guess. Like,
there's a lot of interesting rationalization in that thread. It's, it's pretty interesting.
But what I was going to say was
the end of The Shining, but it's thousands of Cybertruck forum posts.
Yeah. All right. So, let's see. One of Chris's posts in that thread is, do you have any demonstration of me being an apologist? What apology is it to say that linking to solutions is better than merely linking to problems? Because all you seem to have is a posting history of insults. So,
whoa,
yeah,
wow.
But
think positive.
But
Krista says think positive.
So that's that. Let me list the. This guy's just got a list of all the stuff. He's like, why are we allowing this? Like, what is going on? I love Tesla, but why are we like this? And just the 11 in a row quickly here.
This guy's
Bricking
Neo for the
due to
Cybertruck
charging
forums.
issues, PCS, HV harness, bricking after car wash, tonneau cover gap, water damage to tonneau cover buttons. I'll get to that one in a second. Overhead gear selector popping, dropping, panels flying off, windshield cracking deformity, windshield wiper motor not working, rear door is not opening 90 degrees, seatbelts installed correctly, screen blacking out. On top of that, service is backed up, takes forever to get parts. Repair itself takes days to weeks, and worst part of it all, poor communication. He's already had his front windshield replaced, wiper motor replaced, gear selector fixed, and now finds himself waiting on a side mirror replacement.
I did see a lot of people saying their windshield spontaneously cracked within hours of them driving it off the lot.
Yeah, and everyone's like, "Oh, are you somewhere where it's cold?" Like that just happens,
right? Probably another car kicked up a rock in front of you and it hit your windshield. What are you talking about? Anyway.
Yet I sit in the $100,000 car, being towed left and right, smiling and secretly hoping that it won't break while my kids are riding in the back. Like, good grief.
He's waking up. This is truly.
He's waking up. Yeah,
he's trying.
And
the other forum posters are trying to drag him down. It's fucking crabs in a bucket, but he's trying to get out.
And to explain this, to explain a little more detail on the tonneau thing. So that's like the thing that it's not like a regular, like trunk. It's like a thing that slides down. It's like it
slides down over like
shutters.
A truck bed.
Like it's like it's like having electric blinds and. The tailgate release
definitely
button.
Better than a trunk for some reason.
For sure.
Yeah. Electric blinds also a thing that always works.
Never
really
breaks.
Well and,
right.
Yeah, never has any problems.
And so this guy says, has anyone had this issue? Just today out of nowhere this began. Tailgate release button now opens the tonneau cover. So the tailgate release button doesn't do anything, and now the thing goes up and down instead. And other people said, yes, I had this too. It says, probably water inside the button mechanism. Happens during rain for me. Again, this is a thing that is just a car can't get wet, otherwise the button won't work in the back. Okay, and then quickly one or two more here. These are not substantive. One is just a Cybertruck gun safe! !
I also pulled that one out. That made me laugh.
It says here, it's to my surprise, but my pistol fits inside. Love this thing. Quick to get in and out and makes me feel at peace knowing I have a spare and that it's secure. So whatever this guy thinks is going on with him, fair enough. And then there's a symphony of these. I'll just read the titles of the threads. Cybertruck haters. Think I've cracked the case. Brackets. Locked due to politics. And then if you go to,
that's so good.
If you go to similar threads, haters gonna hate. Locked due to politics.
Please send me these. That's so funny.
Carjacking in the Cybertruck. Locked. No politics. Joe Rogan takes Cybertruck for a spin. Closed due to politics. So
that is probably the best phrase to search on this one.
Locked due to politics.
Locked due to politics.
Yeah. So there is one guy who seems to be kind of pulling himself out of the the sludge, the red liquid, and waking up. But everyone's like, "You loser! All you're doing is saying there's problems, not solution." It's like, we are not the car company. We didn't make the car. It's not our whatever.
It's so funny to be on a fucking support forum and being like, "You guys seem to have a lot of problems here." It's like, yeah, dude, what the fuck?
You guys are just haters.
Everyone in the Amazon review section is being very critical of the product. I think they wouldn't appreciate that.
Yeah. Very cool.
Highly recommend you check this forum out. We love it.
Yeah.
Eli, do you have one more to send us out on?
This is on topic and long. Man, the Cybertruck keeps giving. This is, you mentioned this briefly, but this is a full thread on it. Thread title, Overhead Gear Selector Falling Off. I assume this is maybe not the only gear selector. They don't deserve the benefit of the doubt, but maybe there's another way to do that. Of course, day one of picking up the Cybertruck, the overhead gear selector falls off. I can put it back up, but the two pressure trim, clips are too weak. So they can put it back up, but anytime they accelerate or hit a bump, it falls back off. So does anyone know a solution for this? They can't get my truck into service for 20 days. For what it's worth, I'm very happy with the build quality of the rest of the truck, and I love the truck overall.
Please don't yell at me.
It's like they
don't yell at me.
It's like they feel like they have to recite that as otherwise they're just going to be disregarded. Like they feel like they have to say like, look, I just want to say I love the car. I don't have any regrets. I think this is an amazing thing. I'd love to know. If anyone knows how to stop the steering wheel from falling off and when I'm on the highway, that's all. If anyone has any solutions, I love the car. I think it's a great car. I don't regret anything.
Very happy with it. Very happy with it.
I would have paid more if I could. I love everything about it.
Big fan of the car. Love everything they do. Just wondering if there is a mode that I enabled, probably because I'm stupid, that my car only goes 0 miles an hour or 100 miles an hour. And those are the only two options. And I'm wondering if there's something I can do about that.
Yes.
Yeah. So some of the replies here. First of all, I didn't know this, but someone said, did it occur under the first 100 miles? That is your demo period to call out everything. So it's like, I feel like you should just
100 miles.
If your car is broken, they should probably have to fix it. And then they go up here. So then someone else is talking about this, and they said so all these problems are interconnected. Would you believe it? They said I had this one. They fixed my control console. I tried it. I tried yanking on it. It was good. I was good for a month. Yesterday I looked and it fell off again. And what it seems to be is yet again that whatever clips that hold this thing on, when the truck gets hot, they don't hold anymore. They melt.
Well, good thing it's an oven. So
yeah.
A ton of stuff in this car is just glued on, and then the glue melts. I think that's what happened with the roof. So pretty.
And someone else being like, just get some silicone adhesive. Just put your car back together, dude.
Just solder it on.
You should definitely have to super glue your car you bought a month ago to get it to work. That's a good sign.
So I let me just give a little bit of wisdom here about not caving into the haters from the this is from the Lock Due to Politics thread on our to send us out here. Most people give me a thumbs up, but there are others, and I hate to see this, who are usually the biggest haters, and sadly, they are often people who will never be able to afford a Cybertruck. They yell, give a thumbs down, make L signs, etc. Can you imagine you're just driving and you're just getting hit with a bunch of these people that just...
That is incredible. Man. That didn't even occur to me, but now I will be doing that. Although they all have fucking gun safes. So.
Well, that's true. But here it is. But they're always driving terrible cars and look like they just found out their checking account was overdrawn again at the Taco Bell drive-thru. Just okay. You're working through your own stuff here. And then here's the this has also been my experience. Only 6 days of ownership. Different guy. You mentioned those that never heard of it really liked it because they're unbiased and not political. This is exactly why almost all children love the Cybertruck. Children are a perfect test case for unbiased and non-political. We should all think like children. Buddy, I think you have been.
That is incredible. Well, the children are on my side, so clearly I'm correct. We should all think like children.
Who are not allowed to drive.
Yeah. Under your criteria, fire trucks are the best car. That's yeah.
We should all be driving a fucking monster truck. That's what.
We should all be driving Gravedigger.
Yeah, Gravedigger would be the best car. Or everyone on Earth would be an astronaut.
Or some kind of construction equipment. There's two things that people would be driving.
Bulldozer.
It's also funny for that person to be like, these are people who could never even dream of affording this. And it's it's expensive, but you're not driving like a McLaren. It's not, I don't know if it gives you that
Also,
level.
a lot of the people who have them also can't afford it. You just took out more debt. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you just have your Klarna. They would never have the credit to get the Klarna loan that I got on my Cybertruck.
Wow, so incredible stuff.
So think like children. It's something we can all learn,
Yeah.
Locked due to politics again.
Yes.
They didn't want
like
people.
Children.
They're trying to keep everyone divided. They locked the thread due to politics when people were really just coming together and saying we should all be like little kids and just think that something looks cool and that's why we should spend $100,000 on it. So
behave like a child around the car that is designed to remove the limbs of children. That's a plan. Solid stuff.
Yeah. Well, thank you for listening to our Cybertruck.
What would you guys rate the Cybertruck overall after reading all this? I go A+. If that's as high as I can
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I'm really enjoying the car. If
I just want to say,
very happy with it.
Right up front, I think it's really cool. I don't regret buying it. I think it's perfectly engineered. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. All four wheels come off when I go above 25 miles an hour, and I've had to have the suspension replaced 3 times because I slide along the road and it damages everything. So if you guys have any tips, I would appreciate it. But
any advice?
Best car I've ever bought. Do regret that it gave my grandmother heat stroke, but other than that, good car.
It swallowed my wife.
She's in the frunk. My wife is trapped in the frunk.
When the steering wheel
Wife trapped in frunk? Advice? Locked due to politics.
When the steering wheel is not having one of its many problems that we've discussed, it's nice that I can still turn it easily with one hand because the other one was cut off in the front as well. So.
Yeah. The front
Great
is
car.
full of bodies and blood.
We love it.
Hey,
Yeah.
Thanks
I
for
highly
listening.
recommend this website.
our Patreon, better investment than a Cybertruck, I think we can safely say.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.